Good morning, class of 2019. Today is finally here. It's been a long journey for some of us, and for some, it's just been another year. Before I begin, I would like to start by pausing for a moment of prayer. If you would pause and pray with me, please. Dear Lord, we come to you now just to say thank you. Thank you for this wonderful day of celebration. We come today to celebrate this joyous occasion with our friends and family. We ask that you continue to guide us as we move forward into our educational journey. Most of all, we ask that you keep us humble. We ask this in your precious name. Amen. When I first began gathering my thoughts on what I wanted to speak about in my speech, I immediately Googled many speeches from across the web and thought it was going to be pretty simple. And I tell you, it wasn't. So of course, where does one go when you're in need of guidance for an essay or a speech? Mr. Kais. He helped me gather my ideas and thoughts, and these were the results. There are 5 values that stood out to me to describe the class of 2019. Number 1, being genuine. Number 2, not caring what others think of you. Number 3, giving 100% in things. Number 4, not waiting for someone to do it for you. Number 5, being passionate. The first trait is being genuine. You can notice when someone is being genuine by their facial expressions, their tone, or attitude. These are the members of class of 2019 that show what that really means. Margaret Yemington. Anytime I needed help on an assignment, you were always there. Whether it was with math, Spanish, or even piano, anything, you were there. That's what's real about you. Inez Martinez. With your commitment in Costa Rica to helping everybody with their Spanish, whether it was with the kids, the shops, or almost every place you went to, you were always there to support. Lucy Ward and Caroline White. You guys always knew you were Mrs. Woodruff's favorite students in class, but you never admitted it. Both of you showed humbleness, which is real. Yari Ben Musa, with your positive attitude and a smile on your face daily, little do you know, it had a major effect on my life this year, and I appreciate you for it. I hope one day I can repay you for your positive kindness. John Deckman, you always took the time in math class to explain what Ms. Thurman said, literally every single day. That type of kindness is real in you. Thank you. Summer Malloy, ever since I've been at Trinity, you have always allowed us to have the end of the year party at your house. You could have very easily denied your mom for allowing over 48 teenagers to run through your house, but your genuine self had no problem with it. Callie McDowell, I remember in 6th grade when you took the blame for me shooting staples at Mr. Cannon's advisory. You had my back. That's what's real in me. Maddie Warren and Sophie Cashman, you guys probably gave me at least 100 pencils this year and never got mad at me for losing each one. That's what's real about y'all. Knox Matthews, you were always there for me in Spanish class, no matter what, to partner up with me for any activity. Your loyalty is real. Evie Dewey, you lent me your playing cards in the airport on the way back from Costa Rica, and you still haven't asked where they are. The fact that you don't even care is real about you, because you're generous. Hudson Mavies, you have officially never changed in the past 4 years I've known you. Always acting crazy outside the classroom, but a genius inside the classroom. That's the kind of person you are. You're real. And you also exemplify the second value that defines the class of 2019. You can't care what other people think about you. I have personally struggled with this value almost my entire life, and still to this day. I've learned you can't care what others think of you. Just be you. These people have taught me how to do that. Sarah Mack, your innovative speech inspired me. I care sometimes too much about what other people think of me. But to see you go up there in front of all your teachers, classmates, and other students, to tell the people who you are and what you believe in, to be that bold, that inspires me. Tate Butter, in 6th grade, you had the guts to perform as a princess in a gingerbread man, even though you didn't even want to. And you were great. Kathleen Wright, you had the bravery to come to Trinity, a new school, for 1 year, and you still ended up making so many more friends than I could have. Ford Campbell, The way you're so calm and relaxed every time you go up on stage performing a play with no problem, that isn't easy to do. It takes bravery and skill to memorize so many lines, not forget them in front of hundreds of people. Turner Bryce, you may be small, but you are braver than everybody. I remember at the House of Torment when you were leading a group and showing no fear and no problem. Hayden Lynch, when we watched the movie Romeo and Juliet and when Leonardo DiCaprio died, you expressed your emotions so openly. That takes courage and bravery. Kate Ebert, sometimes it seems like school's not your thing, but you've always been real about your connections with teachers. Bonding with Mr. Green this year, putting your advisor's name last year into a raffle for best teacher at your dentist's office, and winning. Kirby Keys, you had the biggest guts not to complain once about doing your entire Innovate project by yourself. The rest of us had to have a team just to manage the workload. And you still won the best stage pitch. Way to go. Parker Cumler, you taught me not to care what other people think of you by somehow always being like the first period history, walking them in Starbucks, and still managing to get the spinny chair before me. You have to do things 100%. Sacrifice what you want to do for what you believe is right to do. For me, it's going into school an hour early, sacrificing my sleeping time, or giving up a lunch and activity period to meet the teacher before a quiz. Honestly, I've done that a lot. But the class of 2019, many of you give 100% also. Cooper Cummings, you taught me to do things 100% with all your hard work and commitment to tennis. Learning new songs on the piano has really inspired me to work hard on my soccer game and keep learning new songs on the piano. Grace and Johanna Gunter, you both are shining examples of putting 100% by leading a soccer team to an undefeated season in 5th and 6th grade. Campbell Early, your commitment to and hard work in gymnastics, sacrificing almost every school dance to keep being better, has inspired me to sacrifice things for what I love too. Taylor Masterson, you inspired me by reading as many books as I read in a year in a week. Or was it a day? Josh Kaufler, you inspired me with your amazing ping pong skills. I didn't really think ping pong is something that people really put 100% into, but you showed me differently. If you're going to do anything, put 100% in it, even if it's only ping pong. Now, over the years, I've always wanted to do things with others, not by myself. I now realize that you're not always going to have a partner or a group to do everything with you. There comes a time when you must be independent. When you're independent, you learn more as well as struggle more. In the class of 2019, here are the people who don't wait, who are independent, and who learn more because of it. Ben Saltzman, you definitely don't wait for someone to do it for you. I mean, you did our entire 6th grade history project, earning us an A. That A was nice, but you were the one who learned more because you didn't wait for more. Because you didn't wait for someone else to do it for you. Miravan Nugapal, you constantly remind me not to wait for someone else to do it for me by telling me to do my homework by myself. Doing things with passion and heart is a big deal. There are a lot of people in my grade that express how passionate they are about what they believe in. Caroline Dash, your passion for golf is inspiring. I can't imagine being so good at a sport like you are right now. Story Winokur, with your amazing photography skills, for all the pictures you took at Costa Rica, inspired me to do something new. Now, you're everyone's go-to photographer. Claire Donovan, you're extremely passionate about someday making your handwriting into a computer font. And honestly, it will probably happen. Ren Martin, Foster Staley, and Tilda Lamb, you guys' passion for skateboarding is so inspiring. Also, the Innovate project you did, it actually made me want to learn how to skate one day. Kate and Lily Peter, with y'all's commitment and skill to basketball, it makes me wonder why I even try. Chris Resendez, your passion for baseball is unbelievable. I can't wait to see you in the World Series. Teller Squires, your dedication and commitment to baseball is admirable. Through your obstacles of your leg cast, morning workouts with your mom at 5 a.m. and physical therapy, this just let me know that there are no excuses when you really want something bad enough. Livy Ballou and Abigail Garrison, both of you are so dedicated to lacrosse. You both put so much effort and time into it. Bailey Bean, with your commitment to volleyball, It has inspired me to work it has inspired me to work harder in soccer. Emma Hutchinson, you're so passionate about being there for your advisor, or even sometimes the entire grade, by always supplying the best snacks. Paige Kipke, you were so passionate about using your Spanish and winning every Kahoot in Spanish. That inspired me not to be afraid to use Spanish around my peers and in the public. Eli Anderson, with the skills and talent you have in lacrosse, I have to say, there is one sport I will give you all the praise in, because that sport was definitely not for me. Garrett Knackford, some people think they can just step on the court and just have passion. You and I both know that's not true. The time you put in practicing with Coach Bryant to better your game was really impressive. But I do have to say, though, you can meet with Coach Bryant all you want, you still won't be better than me in basketball. Hayden Hooper, your speed, your athleticism, and geography skills, and commitment to Model UN has inspired me to put so much more effort into activities that I do. As I close, I must give thanks to those who have made all this possible for me. We have all heard the phrase, it takes a village, and in my case, it truly has taken a village in my Trinity journey. I'd like to thank the Board of Trustees, Ms. Kidd, and Ms. Weiss for not only giving us the best educational opportunity possible, but for allowing us the opportunity to realize that opportunity is available for all. To Ms. Ainsworth and Ms. England, you ladies have a special place in my heart, and please know I am thankful. I would like to thank all of my teachers who have challenged me in so many ways, academically, socially, and emotionally. You truly have allowed me to be me, and I appreciate that, even though I know that sometimes it's not always easy. To all my coaches, thank you for allowing me to experience all the hard workouts you guys put us through, and to also do anything in y'all's power to make us better at sport. But not only with sports, being there through the hard times. I want to thank all the moms who have literally been my second moms. You all know who you are. You all have truly been there for me and my mom. I don't know what I've done without you all. You have fed me, which everyone knows is a monumental task. Made sure I made it home to so many games, and just overall, truly looked out for me. Thank you. To Mr. and Mrs. Eubanks, you were there in the beginning, and there's no amount of thanks or words that I could ever express to you how thankful I am for you did for me. I would have never made it out my first year at Trinity without you and your family. To my classmates, as we venture off to our new schools and find our new wave of friends, let's not forget our foundation. Let's not forget our true selves. But most of all, let's not forget our purpose. Thank you.